Alright, everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. So right now we are in Eastern Thanalan, which is a place that we haven't been to before yet on screen. I did a number of things off screen. Namely, I leveled Pugilist up to level 12. And what that did is it gave me several cross-class abilities that I can use. I chose Pugilist because it's readily accessible. Its starting guild is in Ul'dah. And of the jobs that I readily have access to at the present moment without traversing half the world and playing chicken with a bunch of mobs that are much higher level than me, it is the only job that I could get some cross-class abilities that have value, at least at a low level. So Internal Release buffs my critical hit rate by 10% for 15 seconds. Second Wind is a little self-heal. It is not considered a spell. It's considered an ability, and so it's unaffected by convalescence, but it is affected by buffs to my attack power. Although I don't have any of those. Fight or Flight is a damage boost, but it's not a boost to your attack power. It's a boost to damage dealt, which is different. It's basically damage dealt. Anytime any tooltip in the game says damage dealt, what it means is it's a flat % increase to the final calculation of the damage you're dealing after all of your stats and everything are taken into account. Attack power is a buff to one of your stats directly. Anyway, so I'll get more into that later, but and I have a little evasion cooldown called Featherfoot. It's not great, but it's a little extra something that I can use with me at low levels. This isn't stuff you want to dick around with at a high level unless you're doing like a classes only challenge or something like that. But for right now at level 15, it's all right. It's some extra tools we have in our kit. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and do the level 15 Gladiator quest. I definitely feel a lot more confident now that I have a self-heal outside of just popping a potion. God, the weather changes fast. The weather changes really fast. Alright, so I gotta run all the way back to Ul'dah. A couple other things I did while I was gone. I changed my display name settings off so you don't have to constantly see my name over my head. I don't like that unless I'm in combat. So it's only going to display, I can target myself. You can have your party list displayed. Where is it? Display party list. Hide party list when solo. I don't like to do this. It's really a matter of personal preference. But I like having it because it's one extra place where I can monitor my my parameters, my HP, my MP, and all that stuff. And stats is just one extra place to give you vital information, and it doesn't take up too much space. So figured I'd go ahead and do that. God. I have a terrible habit of zoning into a city and then just just running away from the aetheryte instead of properly like teleporting where I need to go. Especially in Ul'dah, because Ul'dah is the city-state that fucks the most with my sense of direction and sense of location as far as where everything is. I have a much easier time getting around Gridania or Limsa. Yeah. Alright, so now they want us to go to Quicksand, which is the Adventurers Guild, I believe. God, what are we doing here? That's right. Ooh, what is this? I don't know if I've covered this yet, but when you see that little light field like we just saw around that guy, that means you're about to enter an instance where you know, you need to clear some sort of challenge or some sort of battle. And I of course have an unfair advantage. So I've got all these cross-class abilities, so I deal a little bit more damage. I'm a little bit less squishy, you know. I also changed the colors on things. These guys have a lot of aggro on him, my god. I don't think I'm gonna get aggro off of him. I think the idea is for him to have aggro, I guess. Which is kind of a weird thing to do for a tanking quest, but whatever. I don't know if I actually need to flash there. I'm just doing it. Try and form good habits. When they're red, they're aggroed to me. When they're that deep purple, that means that they're engaged, but I don't have aggro on them. So all these guys are on me right now. Ooh, yeah, I'm taking damage. I'm taking damage, holy shit. I wish I could group them up a little bit better, but it doesn't really matter because I don't have any freaking AoEs. I really should probably focus one of these down. Any more? Okay, just these two left. Oh, okay. That was fast. Yay! We did the thing. Alright, can we be done now? I want to get back to the Hall of the Novice and get my sweet experience ring. That's what you get from Hall of the Novice. You get like this experience ring. It's a ring, and it gives you like 30% extra experience up to level 30, I think. Something crazy like that. I don't know. It's a lot. But that will definitely be helpful with all the other jobs I'll have to level for cross classes and to unlock the jobs. You have to get Conjurer and Pugilist up to level 15 in order to get Paladin and Warrior. Let's see what we got here. I don't know why I just get lost so much more easily in Ul'dah. It's easily my least favorite city-state. I just started here because this is where Gladiator starts. Cool. So we got a new sword, we got a new ability, that's Shield Lob, that's your ranged pulling ability. And we can grab some other stuff. This is the only thing that's an upgrade though, I think. Yeah. Put that bad boy on. There's really no reason why that needs to sit there. We're gonna put it here, actually. So Shield Lob is one of the is your first ranged ability, and every tank has one of these. They're 90% of the enemies in the game will allow you to get within range of using this ability without face pulling them. That is, without pulling them by simply getting too close. So, whenever you were trying to do a, whenever you're trying to do, a more organized pull on like a boss or something like that, you can go ahead and get within Shield Lob range and then pop it, as soon as your DPS are ready and everything. Instead of just running up, because then you're face pulling the boss as your Shield Lob's landing, and sometimes if your DPS are really good with timing their abilities on the pull, they can yank off you for a few seconds, which isn't the end of the world, but it can screw up positioning and things like that. So I don't know. I'll cover all this stuff in more detail in Dungeons. Alright, let's do it. What stupid shit are you gonna teach me now? I'm just kidding, I really shouldn't say that. It's not stupid shit. Establish enmity with a ranged attack. So he's pretty much gonna teach me how to use Shield Lob, which is kind of silly, but Shield Lob also costs a lot of TP, and Paladin and Gladiator, like I said before, don't really have a way to regenerate it. So while the other tanks either have a way to regenerate TP, as in Warrior's case, or don't use TP, as in Dark Knight's case, so they can continue to use their ranged abilities to keep DPS uptime. Paladin and Gladiator really can't do that so much. I mean, you can. You'll probably bottom. You definitely will bottom out on TP. That's hopefully something they're gonna fix in the next month. Don't get too close. You don't want to fight them all at once. See? Didn't have to run up, and they come to me. I'm missing? That's lame. I could be using Savage Blade, and the game honestly probably wants me to use Savage Blade, but it's weaker, and there's not really a need for it. This NPC really isn't generating a huge amount of enmity. These guys deal pretty pathetic damage, goddamn. Alright. They make funny noises. Holy shit. Oh man. Shittiest healer ever. She literally just stood there with her arms crossed until I had taken enough damage to warrant a heal. You shouldn't do that if you're a healer. Which is funny, because even Hall of the Novice tells you that, but then they're not practicing what they preach in here. Alright. What's next? Enemy reinforcements. Shit, son. I'm scared. No, you listen up, Master of Shields. So basically what this is trying to teach you is that there is a certain degree of awareness that needs to be had when you're tanking, because you can't just sit there and wail on stuff. You have to be looking around, you have to be, you know, keeping an eye out, because sometimes more ads come and then it's just, you know, you gotta be paying attention. I'm ready. Come on. Open up. Come here, you. All right. Another guy showing up here. Miss! Oh, dude, come on. Yeah, accuracy is a little bit of a crapshoot at this point in the game. Bam. Hey, you shouldn't have that problem in dungeons. If your shield lob misses in a dungeon, that's really unlucky. Yeah. Actually, hold on a second. Level 10 and below. Okay, so this thing isn't even worth it anymore. Shit. Alright. Oh, whoops. I thought it was level 20 for some reason. I don't know why I kept putting it back on. It was my bad. Anyway. Okay, so this is like the real big deal. This is Western Lenosha, by the way. I don't know why we're all the way out here, but whatever. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, let's go. So we have a healer over here and a DPS, this archer. So it's kind of like you're in a real party. Although I don't think they generate nearly as much enmity as you would think they might. Come here. God, the whole accuracy thing is really annoying. You have a healer here, so convalescence is actually arguably useful. I mean, I don't think they're going to let you die anyway, but... Is there anything else popping up here? I feel like there's going to be ads soon. Healer is literally just standing there. This is terrible. I've heard people argue about healers DPSing so much that I even know what the guy says in the healer Hall of Novice, even though I've never been in there before. And it's something along the lines of, when you've healed everything there is to heal, there may be time for some offensive magics. So this healer could be helping us kill this thing, but he's just being a lazy Lucy. Ew. God, that's gross. on, asshole. When are you gonna fall over? Stabbed you in the dick like 15 times now. When you're tanking big mobs, it always looks like you're just stabbing their crotch over and over with your sword. Yeah, that's what we wanted. You're a novice no longer. Not to be too cocky, but I don't really think I ever was. Anyway. So now, all there is to do is continue the main story until we get to our dungeon. Well, the first dungeon actually requires you to get out of the area that you start in. Why am I going there? That's not right. Here, that's where I want to go. And that will basically get you where you need to go. But anyway. Guess I need to go this way. There's a thing on the map where the map will show you help text, and I actually do like that. I don't know why it's not showing here. Display minimap. Go ahead and get all that shit turned on. Maybe is that it? Yeah. Okay, that's it. I turned that off because I thought it was the shit that shows up over your cross hotbar when you hold the triggers down. I don't like that, but I do like the map actually saying what stuff is. So I'm gonna have that turned on. Starting to look pretty tanky here. Kind of. Alright, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, we need to go kill a bunch of these things. Yeah. It's nice to have that ranged ability to start out with. No, damn it, didn't need to kill any of these. Didn't need to kill any more of them, I mean. Alright. Thick shells. What are these things? Are these things crabs? It's not often that you actually get to sit and look closely at what you're hitting. Some of the enemies in this game look really weird. All right. Oh, shit. So that little swirly thing that just happened on screen, little twinkly thing that happened on my character, that means you just spirit bonded a piece of gear. And when things are fully spirit bonded to you, you can convert them into materia, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. That's for later. But that's what that little twirly, wispy, twinkly thing is. None of these are actually that good, but they'll be useful when I level a different job, so may as well take them. Ooh. Very nice. Oh, Captain, my captain. Really? Come on. Alright, guys. I'm going to go ahead and continue the main scenario quests until we get the airship and ferry access. And basically what that's going to do is the story is going to take us away from Thanalan and to one of the other city-states. If I remember correctly, it's Lenosha. Because like if you start the game in Thanalan or the Black Shroud, at level 15 you get access to an airship that takes you to Lenosha, and if you start in Lenosha, you get access to an airship that takes you here. You can get to Black Shroud from Thanalan and vice versa on foot, but it's kind of dicey to do at this level. I may do it. If I do, it'll probably be off screen. I don't know. Maybe I'll include that in an episode just for shits. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut here. Continue with the main story until we get to that point. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take care. The dungeon run, hopefully, will be in the next episode. So look forward to that.